Hello everyone, welcome. We are in the EGS, and this is EGS Season 3 Tournament number 5, 6v6. And so you can see here, multiple teams, so MV, MPP, placeholder 1, interesting team, Enigma CCP, and you've got Invictus Animals and Snappers down there, along with the Drug Abusers, the Eyes, and Fluss. So some familiar names there in the list. You can see there's been a few plays. Let's check. Let me just double check my information, because I want to make sure I'm looking at the right damn thing. Yeah. 6v6 number 5. So, you can see there's going to be some battles going on. Going to see some punch-ups, and this is the map. Look at this, isn't this map lovely? Another great job by the map maker. Dren's cum bucket. Oh dear. And so this is, there's Tim Leff from the Eyes. And arena number 2 is the Eyes versus Fluss. And so you can also see Emperor Chuckster as the admin, which is very nice. And so these guys are fighting it out. And you can see they've separated off their numbers already. And it looks like... oh, there we go. They've evened the numbers very quickly, and now the French have the advantage. So MPP... over here, along with Envy. So that's going to be a battle in itself. MPP going to go up against Envy, but it looks like they've maybe got Envy on the back foot. Have to wait and see. Envy have lost a man. Good stuff. So, there are the Eyes. Now, over here in this arena here, we have the fine fellows that is Enigma versus CCCP. The commies are back. And over, this is arena number 3, as you can see. Very lush and verdant today. And here in arena number 4, we have Invictus. And they are up against the Animals as Slavic. And here is the finals location, and it seems the map maker may have actually got my request to try and have things in the sun to make it easier for me to make thumbnails, you know, because they always seem to be in the shadows almost every single time. But anyway, that's where the finals going to be for, after the group stages and the semis are and the finals are concluded. So here in arena number 3, we've got the CCCP machine, Yoda, and his Dark Templar from Enigma. And we're watching him as he's trying to parry away the attacks of... oh, he's lost his teammate on his right, but he's managed to number it up, or improve the numbers. A nice stab there by Dark Templar. Look at that, going in, the parry away. And he gets a nice stab onto his enemy, and his teammate finishes the job. And that was a nice combo there by Worsty and Enigma. So that was a nice bit of teamwork, even though Worsty is now blood-soaked. But that was a good bit of teamwork right there by the two boys. And we move over to the Animals and see how these guys get on. There's Invictus Zero Knight. And there's Snick. There's Narrow. Golden, and on the far end is Axiom. Look at that. And they're being cautious here, but they are being forced around. They're trying to get that all-important first pick, and look at that on the left-hand side. That's exactly what Invictus got. There's Golden going in, and they're starting to push their enemy, the Animals, backwards. But the numbers are quite equal. So they don't have the advantage they would like. They're looking to get that all-important pick. Oh, but it's gone back against them. Invictus now They've managed to equal it up. And look at that going in. That common tactic you see on here is the teammate parries and his co-pilot next to him goes for the stab. Because essentially they can't parry and then block another stab coming in at them at the same time. Just sheer mechanics. Making use of the mechanics to get the advantage. So we're watching Marquez and he's looking very spiky. But look at this, he backs off. And it looks like Invictus have lost a member in the middle. And that's going to be bad for them. And down goes Golden. So the animals are going to be pleased with that result. Look at this map, though. The chain link fence is in there as well. And, of course, the lanterns or the cages for whoever's needed later. You never can tell with this lot. It's always a difficult thing to gauge. So, we're just checking to make sure that all the volumes are working, which they are. Hurrah. Okay, so. Watching the battle, there's Hodok from CCCP. Oh, Core, but they've lost Core. And Enigma Black Tham is trying to defend himself, but got taken down by Arab, or Arch, sorry. Those commies have got him, what can I say? So, let's see who's there. There's Enigma Dark Templar. Bunter Igel, there's a name we recognise. Nightwing, of course. Worsty, of course. Oh my goodness. It's the man himself, Mickey Maru. Wow. That's going to be interesting to see how he gets on. And there's Black Tham. As Ricky definitely was... Oh, okay. Was regarded by Mal as one of the best melee players he had played with. But he ended up getting team killed, which is kind of the norm for Ricky. Poor Ricky. F in the chat for Ricky. Never mind. So. Invictus Narrow. Oh, there we go. Bit of a jump there. Got ahead of the game. Oh, Murray's back again. And Murray's dead. So over here, the final member of the enemy team is finished off by Envy. So Prince Steinman. That's a name we recognise. There's Jacob. Of course. There's Higaned. Look at him. Look at that face. Oh, wow. A face only a frying pan could love. And here, the Dead Libero 2. Just call him Twos. Or 2. And here's Fietta. Looking spectacularly normal. As you will be aware with the faces in this game. They love doing their silly faces. And here is Llama. There's Veman. There's Movementer. There's Core. And of course, Mori. And Eddard on the far left. So, let's see how these teams get on. Oh, they've lost. They've lost Mori in the middle. That's going to be a problem for them. But they're going to have to start fight back. And here you can... Oh, crikey, where's he gone? That went pear-shaped rather quickly. And here we go, Envy. Going in for that stab on the ankles. This is going to be a problem for Twos. He is 3v1. And he's got to get that all-important stab. Unfortunately, it was not to be. And he was unceremoniously diddled with a 17-inch bayonet. So, all the various teams. And here over in Arena 2, being watched by Dren's Cumbucket. Of course, Tim Leff. We shall curse Tim Leff by watching him. Probably calling me all sorts of rude words right now for observing him. And so eyes are going up against the likes of Fluss. Oh, that was bad for Tim Leff. He got 2 on him. Couldn't block both of them at the same time. And this is one thing that A bit of a shout out here to French Monk, my friend French, who isn't French, he's Belgian. I know, long story, blame, yeah, whatever. And he did an interview with Dommy. So for those of you not familiar, Dommy, you know, 2021 champion for the Napoleonic Wars World Cup, has been around, an extremely good melee player. One of the things he says is you can do it if you time it together to get you and your partner, your immediate partner, next to you on the line to stab at the same time because they can't block two stabs. And these are the kind of mechanics that you kind of get to know, you get to learn over the course of time with a lot of play, many, many thousands of hours these guys have played. You know? And it's just... And that's always going to be the case. Anything that's hard, or anything that's, like, really hard to do well, takes practice. But that practice is then rewarded by being spectacularly good at that particular thing you're doing. It could be playing musical instrument, it could be playing melee in Napoleonic Wars, it could be dancing, it could be air, so many different things. You do it a lot, you practice it over and over again. Muscle memory, maybe? Difficult to say, but Fluss got well and truly done over right there. Mr. T. Doesn't look like Mr. T to me. Tim left with a fine moustache. And of course a face that looks like he's been smacked in the face with a shovel. So, here's Rika. There's Senny. The Joker in the middle, looking lovely. There's Cam 15Elb, we'll call him Cam. There's Darky. And there's Zerone. So you can see they spawn here. And their arenas are marked out. And the yawning has begun. It's ridiculous. A little bit of liquid whistle wetting is required. Oh dear. So, let's see how it goes. And we're doing it again. We're watching Tim. How is Timmy getting on? Oh, there we go. He's going to be happy. He killed Fluss Rika. Rika at the end. Going to make him happy. And here is Kennedy. Watching. Is Knock. And, of course, Dren. So let's go over to arena number... Hey, 1. Uno. And this is where MPP are taking on Envy. Here's Higaned. Look at this. Yeah, seriously good player right there. Very, very good. What's the word I'm looking for? Pedigree. Oh dear. Very good pedigree. Has been around for quite a while. Extremely good player. Oh dear, that's painful. So it looks like they may have won that one. Let's have a look. Let's do a refresh. So, yeah, Envy have won. MPP have won. Enigma also. CCP. You can see. It might be a case of they put the wins in there because there's placeholders, so we'll see. I mean, it'll all be populated over the course of time. Oh dear. These things will happen. So we shall move over to arena number 4 and see how things are getting on for Altruistic. Altruist, I should say. Altruist. It's not going well for him. Yep, that's exactly what happened. He got murdered. Slavic also getting taken down. The remaining members finished off by Invictus. Always going to be a difficult fight against these guys. Another team of high quality players. There's Clash. And there's Golden. And coming in is Narrow. And there's Blitzkrieg. Look at that face. Goodness me. Looks like it really looks like the face is too small for the head. you know, when he stays still. Which he won't, because Napoleonic Wars get itchy trigger fingers. Or itchy melee fingers, I suppose. But anyway. So, oh, look at that, 7-6. Good stuff indeed, and there we go, a stab into the centre already from the animals. And they are pushing really hard on the right side. Zenon getting in behind the likes of Invictus Narrow. And there we go, look at that. Now it's Narrow, he's about to become very narrow. Gets a couple of kills. Oh wow, great play there by Narrow. Just barged his way through with a fine melee kill. Until finally finished off by the members of Animals. And so GG. Good stuff indeed. And so obviously the standard round of suicides, as always happens in these events, while they then get the admins, get the people into the right places ready for the next stage of the battle. So, oh, Mr. Fact. Hello, Mr. Fact. What are you doing here? So everyone's in spectator mode, as you can see. So as then basically the various teams are sorted and told to go to the various arenas, is essentially what's going to happen here. So, we are just waiting. Just waiting is fun. No, it's not. I hate waiting. So, what's going on here? It's CCCP Arch. Well, that's another man with a face too small for his high head. And he can't get out. So, we're just waiting. And we're waiting. And we're waiting. So, let's have a look at the, I mean, it looks like a nice thatched sort of barn arrangement they've got going here. Does look decidedly thatched. There we go, the drug abusers versus the eyes. On Arena 2. So some fine thatch work. Let's hope it doesn't burn down before they actually get to the final. That would be a tad disappointing. But also very typical. The universe is not without a sense of irony. So here we are, arena number 2. There's Ilpa. There's Lules. There's Mac. Crocodile. Look at that. Isn't she lovely? And over here, Ilpa again. And there's Jan. So, Dab getting ready with some names that I'm not necessarily familiar with. But, Mossman Peretz from Dab. And they're going up against the eyes. So, Kennedy, Dren, Blackbeard, there's a name we recognise. Zeus or Chaos. Mr. T. And, of course, the legend in his own underpants that is Timlef. So yeah, I've been wondering if I should live stream this rather than actually record it. I mean, obviously, recording is a better option, really. Doesn't get in the way of things, doesn't expect people to view what's going on, all that kind of stuff. People can then watch it at their leisure, they're not forced to attend the live stream, which can be more about timing than anything else. Yeah. This is exciting, this waiting part. This is the kind of thing that you have to do if you're a commentator. There are times when you get, like, if you have an earpiece, that kind of thing, you get a thing saying, oh, we've had a few technical problems, you need to fill for time. And this is where you get the opportunity to come up with the most ridiculous lines of conversation. Talk about things that are just ridiculous. It's quite entertaining what the casters that you may work with, what they can come up with about general discussions about aspects of the game, all that kind of stuff. It's interesting to see what your colleagues can work, and then you can riff off of them and have conversations with them about various things, and then all of a sudden say, yep, it's sorted, we're back in, and then boom, you're straight back into game face, so to speak. And obviously, Arena 2 is underway. Don't have the option when you solo cast. Oh dear. They've lost Dren on the left side. That's going to be bad, but... So Lulz and Peretz have taken down Kennedy over on the right-hand side. That's given them the advantage in numbers. And there we go, the last man there. Tim Left gets taken down and Blackbeard finally gets brutalized. Not good. Not good for them, but obviously it's only one round. I mean, we've seen from the final 2021 for the NWC, or the World Cup, basically that, these things can go down to the wire. And it's possible to lose a few rounds and then regain momentum, regain initiative, and essentially start taking the advantage. Kind of chain multiple rounds together, and before you know it, you've caught up and you've overtaken. And whether or not you can then ride that momentum into more rounds, or whether or not your opposing team can actually break that run. Oh dear. Peretz lost on the right side. Immediately the line starts to fold backwards on itself. Lulz gets killed by a team kill by Ilperl. That's not going to go well, as indeed it's proved to be. Oh dear. That's the thing. Got to be very, very careful. Team killing is possible in this game, and it's just... Yeah, it brings obviously a level of care that is involved. But sometimes it's a case of you can't take back a stab once you've sent it, so to speak. It's like trying to get Nemo back. He's very difficult. I feel like I should do a interview or just a chat with Python and the likes of Dommy and Higgin, stuff like that, and talk about the fine art of melee. It would be interesting to have that conversation with them. Whoopsie-daisy. Mac's gone down. Mr. T also gone down. Blackbeard gone down. Not looking good. Dren and Kennedy. And it looks like it's a 4v4 right now. So they've managed to equal the numbers, which can only be a good thing. But you can see them probing the defense. They're staying... Their opponents are staying quite stuck together. And for that reason, Dab managed to draw one of them out over onto the left side and make advantage of that. And as a result of that, it's all going to be over for the eyes. Yep. Pushed into a corner and brutally murdered. Yeah. That's the problems you got to have. I mean, I do wish I had, like, multiple teams here where we would have round-to-round, analysis, see how the teams are breaking, see how the strategy is working, how, have the old thing that you could, with the old football where you could draw on the screen and say, oh, yeah, this is what's happening. He's going to move here, he's going to move here, etc., that kind of stuff. And you can see immediately over on the right hand side how much quicker The eyes are starting to push back against Dab. And as a result of that, the very aggressive push into Dab pretty much took him out completely there. So the Eye is going to be pleased with that result. Now the thing is, it could be possible that these names are of the regular players, but they've just got a different name for this event, which just makes my life a little bit more difficult. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We're here to commentate on the sheer skill of these players, and obviously the tactics and all that kind of stuff. Here we go. They're away. And we look down here. There's Nock watching. We're going to watch Jan from Dab. Look here on the left. And look how immediately they've lost 2 people on the right. But the numbers are relatively equal again. And look at that guy in the centre. Oh dear, look at that. 2 lost on the left now. But the numbers are back to equal again. It's whether or not these guys can make use of the advantage. And that kick by Blackbeard was unfortunate. Kicked out of one enemy. Stabbed by the other. And down goes Chaos, I think it was. And then finally, at the end, Tim Leff is felled. Wow. Crikey, oh blimey. So. Blackbeard. Not black, no beard. Yeah, I know. There's Dren. Oh my goodness, that face. And of course, Kennedy at the end with a fine moustache. See, look at them. They just can't stand still. Here we go. Let's see how they move. Look at the team. Look at the centre. The centre is the most fluid part of it. You can see them basically flowing back and forth to each other to try and maintain the blob, but also give their teammates an advantage to move out to the right-hand side and start to push the point against the enemy. And you can see, there we go, literally double, triple teaming onto the enemy. Means that they can't block every single stab that is going into them. And a few fine stabs there right at the end until Blackbeard is felled. Oh dear. Oh dear. So, we shall see. Anyway, there's Mech and Jan and Mac, Ilpa, and very quiet, you've got Lewis, and he then starts moving, typical. And they're now underway. We'll watch Kennedy over here on the left side. So we'll watch the eyes as they move in. And you can see them going around the side. Immediately the eyes have got a pick on the right side. And you can see them then start to push that advantage. Look at the 2 boys in the centre flowing from back to left to right to try and maintain that centre. And now they've lost a man on the left. That's going to be a problem for them. But they do have a numerical advantage, I think. No, they don't. They're back to equal numbers. Difficult to tell sometimes. And a kill in the centre onto Ilpa from Blackbeard, and another stab into one of their enemies. And look over here on the right hand side, double teaming is occurring. This is what they're going to try and do, and a nice turn and kill into Lulz, who is trying to go to the aid of his teammate, but fantastic melee skills going in from this man on the right. Or I say this woman on the right. That was Mac, finally taken down, and the last person standing is Jan, and is unceremoniously dispatched. So it just goes to show how important it can be to obviously get that first pick Because, as Dommy said in his interview, the first pick can be the key part of putting your opponents off balance, giving you the initiative, giving you the advantage, because those numbers, when you've only got 5 people, you know, 5 or 6 people, it's just each person you lose is potential for being a large impact on the team. Especially if that player is one of the better players on the team. So we're watching Kennedy over here on the left flank. And look at the way they float. Oops, daisy, no, he nearly got stabbed. He didn't float much. Well, he would be floating home. But the way that they literally cycle from left to right to try and maintain closeness to each other and not open up the line to enable them to get murdered, to get separated out. And there we go, they've lost one in the centre. That immediately changes, and the eyes start moving in, but Dab have been taken down, and down goes Peretz as well. And a team kill onto Blackbeard. That's not going to go well. And the remaining members of the eyes get taken down by determined stabbing. So waiting for the off. And of course, thanks to the admins for healing everybody. And they're underway. And we're looking at a kill there. Ilpa killed in the center. Look at these guys being slowly enveloped by the eyes and still trying to separate off. And they've lost one apiece on the left side. And now, literally, it's the increase in numbers. And holy crap, that was over very quickly. The Eyes doing a good job of mopping up the drug abusers. To be honest, you would have thought they'd be used to all that blood and being poked, but clearly not. Never mind. Sorry about that, slight technical problem. Never mind. Anyway, let's return and see Tim left fighting to kill the remaining drug abuser, who has been dispatched unceremoniously. And so they're just trying to clarify what the score is, 5-5 maybe? We'll see. 5-5. So, let's wait and see what happens. And they're away. Let's see what's happened. They've lost one on the right already. The drug abusers. Jan has lost a teammate, and Tim left on the far left flank, looking to push the advantage onto the Dab. So Tim left from the Eyes. And now you can see the team moving around as there's a nice stab in the centre, pairing away the drug abusers, another teammate, and they've lost another one as well, and a third, and a fourth, and a final one. And that's exactly what happened. So, the Eyes. some weird blip going on with my recording stuff. I think I'll be moving over to Elgato at this rate, after the problems I've had with Avamedia. Problems. Yay. So, mech. Because I'm looking at it and it just switches. Resolution just goes flick. Now I'm watching it, nothing's happening. It's not bloody typical. As soon as I move away and look back, it'll move. But anyway, we need to focus on this as we're watching mech. And there's a little bit of a contretemps going on in the centre. Who's having problems in the centre? It's Ilpa. And Ilpa, there we go. Look at that. The block by another teammate and the side stab into Ilpa. That's hurt the Dab now. They've also lost mech on the right, but the numbers are equal. And obviously Dab going in for a quick stab at Mac. Or sorry, Mac going in for a quick stab. And now they're looking for that all-important first pick to try and pair off the numbers. Now they're equal. And that's exactly what's happened. And you've got this man here coming round the side. Lewis. Until finally the last eye is taken down. So, high pressure on the eyes. We'll have to wait and see. Mr. T in. There, of course, is Tim Leff. Marsman Peretz. There's a name we recognise. So, here we go. Oh, heavens, knock. Taken down by Ilpa. Very quick kill. Mech also killed very quickly as well. The numbers now relatively equal, but over on the far left-hand side, Tim Leff gets ambushed and killed. And now you can see... Oh dear, another member. Peretz taken down. Ilpa taken down. Now it's 3v3. The Eyes, Blackbeard, going up against Jan and friends. Looking for that all-important pick. There we go. Dren picked out in the centre. But Mac then gets murdered. And look at this. 2v1 until finished off the Eyes. Wow. Crikey, oh blimey. And there you have it. That is that game over. Oh. Pretty close. Pretty close. So, moving into this position, we have Fluss. And they are taking on Dab. So, let's have a look at the list here. See if it's been updated accordingly. There we go, see, advancing. The final stages. See, all the groups and the rounds and all the rest of it. So you can see here, MV, MPP. These are all advancing. And they're just sorting out Fluss and drug abusers. To find out. Oh crikey, Mac taken down by Igloo. And here's Lewis and Peretz up against Darky. Oh look at this, it's the kick attempted to go in onto Iglo. Or Iglo. He's trying to block and he's having a few problems trying to get back with his teammate, which he has. Dived on the inside of his opponents. And now it's a 2v2 situation. But Iglo is really badly hurt. Literally, it's going to take a poke with a pin. Oh dear, this is not good. And there we have it. Iglo managing to finish it off at the final moment. Fluss, wow. I mean, look at him. Just covered. Bloody all over. And yeah, Darky also. Another one with a very small face on the big head. See, at least Cam here looks relatively normal. And you can see stabbing is occurring over on the right flank. There we go. Oh, that's a team kill. Oh, no. Drug abusers have lost one. Dab have lost another. Darky's gone down for Fluss. Lewis has gone down for Dab as well. And now it's a 3v1 situation. And yeah, that was kind of expected. So here's the Joker. So it's Ilpa. And the rest. Getting ready to go. Getting ready to get underway. And the thing is one thing you got to give credit for is, you know, the event organisers still playing the game. You know, I mean, this is a game that's been going for so long. I mean, thousands of hours these guys have got in melee combat and in the game in general. And they're still here playing on a Sunday night. Oh dear, the Joker taken down. Peretz immediately gets in behind the enemy. Finishing off as they go 3v1 over on the left side, right side. And now they're finishing off the remaining members very quickly, along with a team kill as well. As Fluss got well and truly taken apart there. Wow. I mean, look at that face. Goodness me. So, at least looking relatively normal, despite being ginger. Another one with a small face. At least normal. Another one looking normal. A lot of female characters playing. Does remind me a lot of Tribes, where basically used to play as a female character because the armor was slightly smaller. Strange but true. I suppose the hitboxes were also slightly smaller. There's another thing to bear in mind, hitboxes for this game, goodness me. Okay, so what turned out to be a good play for Fluss there ended up being a very bad round for them, as they got brutalized, run over by the steamroller that was Dab on that particular round. So they're going to need to try and turn it around. Bring it back. There we go, nice heal. And we're watching, look at this on the left hand, moving on the inside. Fluss have lost Seni and Rika as well. Goodness me, lost two already. And now they're fighting for survival. And now it's a 3v3. Oh, heavens, mech taken out in the middle. Another stab in the centre. And a nice team kill as well, just to add insult to injury. Crikey, oh blimey. But Darky murdered the final, or helped murder the final people, and then team killed his friend. So obviously wanted all the glory for himself. I mean, can you blame him? Would you trust that face? Yeah, probably not. Oh heavens. Ilpa taken out in the centre. Joker then taken out in return. So the numbers are back to being equal again. And now Fluss have been taken down on the right flank. Dab and Mech and Mac taken out as well. And down goes Lewis. Darky also finished off. 2v2. And look at that fine moment there by Peretz. had a choice to go for the nearest person, didn't, and essentially went for the better opportunity to get the kill. So, good stuff. There's Lewis, Jan, Marksman Peretz, ready to go. And of course, we keep an eye on all this here. With the blatant refresh. So, yeah, this will all get filled in eventually. So we know, basically, who the groups are, the semi-finals, the finals, and then the bronze match. The third place match, essentially. In case you weren't aware of what bronze was referring to. So.
Vive la France!
So, everybody watching in spectator mode. Many, many people watching. And the Joker, holy crap, got taken down very quickly in the centre. And you can see Marksman Peretz then taken down in return by Cam. Now the numbers are relatively equal, but look at them split off the numbers. Over on the right-hand side, Fluss have lost Darky, they've lost Senny, they've lost Rika. And now that's going to be a problem for them because it's going to be 3v2. 2v2. Look at that. Holy crap, that was very close until finally Iglo taken down by Lewis to end that round. That changed very, very quickly, I have to say. It just goes to show how a round couldn't change so quickly. You think you have the advantage, and before you know it, it all goes pear-shaped. Isn't that always the way? But, anyway. Let's check to see how we're getting on. Here we go. There we go, a bit of stabbing going in on the right-hand side. And it looks like, oh dear, a couple of team kills. Oh dear. Lewis then taken down, the Joker then also team killed. Oh, 3 team kills in a single round. Wow. That was not great. Not great at all. But we shall see what happens. Getting a confirmation of the score if possible. 4-4 maybe? As they get underway. And they've lost Ilpu in the centre at the same time as Senny on the right gets killed. Darky and Mech on opposite sides get killed. Look at the way the line's separated out here. And they're using advantage of numbers over on the right-hand flank. And that's really going to help them. And Fluss now mopping up what's left. They've got to be very careful. And there we have it. So, let's see how they progress. Oh dear. I wonder if somebody had to like copy and paste that, or it's just a long line that you can do. Because imagine if somebody had to copy and paste each of that to make it. But never mind. Anyway, we're underway with the next round. Gab versus Fluss. Oh dear, Cam taken down for Fluss already. And there's a team kill going in from Mac into High Ilpa. And Fluss taken down. Peretz murdered at the final end, but crikey oh blimey. Yeah, you saw Mech and friends finish off people quite quickly. And look at those, all those pings. I mean, Mech with a 16 ping, which is just disgusting. And then you got Cam with a 13 ping. Iglo with a 5... Oh, sorry, not a ping. That's a idiot. It's not the ping. So there we go. Pings are better. 31, 23, 21. So they're relatively equal. Obviously, Lewis has got a 19 ping. Mech with a 16 and Ilpa with an 18. So here we're looking at the drug abusers moving in on the remaining members of Fluss. And now it's a 4v1. And he got one kill out of it. Out of Perez. The Joker manages to get at least one kill out of that. But eventually they lose that round. And Fluss move on to the next rounds against the drug abusers. Okay. As you can see, Mech taken it out on the chain link fence. Not sure why. You can tell this isn't a realistic chain fence because there's no sag that would automatically occur as a result of having physics applied to it. But, you know, 12-year-old game or more, you know, it's just the realities of the game. Oh, Mech taken down on the right side. Mac also finished off. Now the reinforcements come charging in to assist. And this is where the situation changes. And Fluss have lost a third and a fourth. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Okay, that's very painful. There you have it. GG's being offered. So, let's see. There we go, look at this. So you can see there, CCP versus Snappers, MVCCP, Enigma, Drug Abusers, Invictus, 7-0, 7-0 against Placeholder. So it's all going in there. All being filled out. Let me close the advertisements. So we'll have to wait and see what's going on. Make sure that everything is being sorted. Let's go start your matches. So thank you obviously to Dark Templar for doing the admin. Just admiring the map maker's work. Arena 1, MPP versus the Eyes. You're there. And then the winner will take on Enigma. And then MV and CCP there. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Invictus versus Dab, that's going to be interesting. Here's Jan. Waiting for the off. Or possibly not. MPP. Waiting. Against the Eyes. It just goes to show, I mean, just think about it. I mean, if you stop to think about the amount of things that a person has to do to coordinate all this kind of movement, you know, moving of the keyboard or pressing the keys to move in a direction, moving the mouse to focus on the right thing, where it becomes almost second nature. When you start to deconstruct it that way, Arena 4, Animals versus Floss, when you start to deconstruct it, it's quite amazing when you think about it. And then obviously the game engine, interfacing, each one of these is an individual sitting at his computer in whatever country in the world, probably all Europe based on these pings, sitting at their computer being shouted at by their parents or other half, why are you on the computer again? But then the movements of the mouse, the keyboards, the speed of the chat, so many people with a great ability to type quickly. So we'll have to wait and see. It just it interests me if you deconstruct it in that way. You know, think about the complexity of it in general. Right. The team's getting ready. Arena 4 is off. We'll go and see who Arena 4 is. It's the Animals versus Fluss. Oh, goodness me. The Joker gets taken down from Fluss very quickly. And you can see, still continuing to push. And it looks like Marquez got team killed by his teammate. But they managed to overcome their enemy. So we'll have to wait and see. And so you can see all the teams playing their various matches, which is all part of the battles that we see going on here. All good stuff. So, Arena 4. Hello, Arena 4. The Joker and Cam taken down very quickly right at the start. And it looks like Seni has also been felled. This is bad news for these guys. And Lebrave there on the right got stabbed as he tried to push in further. But yeah, I think the Animals are going to be pleased with that result, even though they lost Lebrave. Obviously a very dangerous player. They still managed to overcome the enemy very quickly. So, waiting for the off. Here on Arena 4. Obviously, nearby the tents. And so you can see... Oh, in the centre. That's Rika taken down as well. The Joker also murdered. Now it's a 5v4 situation and one of them's taking a bit of a stab. In the middle, that was Drauk. Now Cam also taken down. Sorry, not Drake. We're looking at Altruist. Looking to try and push the advantage on this Darky, who eventually gets taken down. So, we wait for the next round. So, A1 still underway. Here's Arena 2. All these guys fighting. There's the eyes fighting against MPP, the movementer. Lots of fighting going on. Not a lot of people in. Oh, there's Epic Pizza. There's a name I recognise. Wonderful to see as always. The most epic of all the pizzas. So, we move over here. There's Mori and MPP fighting it out. We're back with the animals, Altrice now. Looks like they've lost one of their team members up ahead. Yeah, another one. This is going to be a problem. Rika now getting into a bit of a battle with Altrice until the enemy gets killed. Very quickly now, Fluss looking to push the advantage. Seeing if they can get in there. Going in for that opportunistic stab, and that was the indicator. So Fluss going to be happy with that result. Animals, less so. Here's Labrave. Here's Zenon. Schlongberg Red. Goodness me, what a name. Slavic, of course. Marquez. And Alatriste, I should say. Oh dear. Oh, that's not good for Marquez and Alatriste. He's now having to bipedal. He's having to pedal backwards. But he managed to get an opportunistic stab on his enemy to even up the numbers. And now you can see them starting to probe those defenses. They've got the advantage 5-4. Not anymore, it's now 4-all. Got punished for it, Slavic, as he tried to go in for a stab. And look at them trying to push that advantage. Oh, they nearly... Yep, that's exactly what happened with Alatriste. Now it's down to 3v3 again. Look at this. Still trying to push. Still trying to push, but also trying to stay together, stay blobbed as possible. It's going to be tricky for them. Looks like they're getting a little bit of attention on the right side. And that's exactly what's happened. As Schlongberger got killed. And it's still Labrave and Zenon fighting for dominance against their enemy. And I noticed they're trying to focus maybe a little bit. Notice the way they dipped inside there. Labrave. I'm surprised they're not focusing on Labrave, probably the more dangerous of the two players. But then, if they kill one of the enemies, then not even Labrave can block two incoming stabs at the same time. There we go, a fine dive inside and a kill. Into Iglo from Labrave until finally finished off. So yeah, they're going to be pleased with that. And Schlongberg Red, as you can see, having a slight seizure already. A1 0-4, blimey. Let's see who it is. It's MPP versus Eyes. So it could be MPP suffering badly against the likes of the Eyes. Anything's possible. As down goes Timlev, down goes Nock as well. And down goes Dren. Oh dear. Kennedy fighting for his life. Trying to stay out of trouble. But getting a whole woe of 17-inch steel thrust in his direction. And one of his teammates has gone on the inside and he managed to get an opportunistic kill. It's 2v2. Can the Eyes take it is the question. Can MPP hold them? And a quick stab going in there. Oh, look at that. Llama getting taken down. And look at this. They're literally holding him in place. The movementer is looking to get in there and get stabbed. He's getting punched. He's getting stabbed. Oh, and he got a kill. Blackbeard. Oh, movementer. Oh, wow. Maybe that might have been the enemies getting a little bit overconfident. And Movementa managed to ring the bell for them and gain the round. So that's going to help them. But obviously one round does not make a battle. We'll have to wait and see. So let's have a look at the old refreshy doodah. So you can see there all the information being put in. All the various teams going up against each other. Whew. So here we are with Mori on the left. And Mori's not on the left anymore. They've lost more as Kennedy. They're looking to corral as Core gets taken down and MPP. Wow. Okay. Well, that was rather brutal to say the least. So we just have to wait and see what happens. As Movementa is taking it out on a defenseless post. Oh, hello, there's an officer on the case. Spectator Seps. Don't she look lovely? Keeping an eye on the things. Having a walk around. As the teams fight. So, Movementa for MPP, and it looks like MPP have lost Lama, or Lama, on the right side. And you can see Movementa trying to block the attack, but sadly was murdered by Timlef. Now they're pushing back on the advantage. Timlef takes a hit, manages to hold it back, and they manage to get the kill. The last man standing is Veman. Won't be standing for much longer. And so it proved to be. Zero Night watching. What is that face? Look at that. It's almost like the eyes are slightly too far apart. But never mind. Here we are watching MPP. And we're watching Timlef. You can see the eyes there. A bit of a stab on the centre and a kill. A team kill from Drennan to Kennedy. That's going to cause them a problem now. But they managed to even the number with a quick murder in there. And another quick stab and a stab again. Oh, wow. That was coming in from... That was Dren. 2, 3 murders back to back and a fourth as well. Crikey, oh, blimey. GG's. Sadly for MPP, they got overwhelmed there. But they will be back to fight another day. And here comes... Oh, there's Nightwing. Worsty. Dark Templar from Enigma. God, yawning so much at the moment. Must be past my bedtime. Yeah, it's getting there. So there you go. So it's going to be Envy versus the Animals in the semis. And so you're going to see Invictus there have beaten the drug abusers 7-3. And will be facing Enigma versus the Eyes.
Vive la France!
Vive. Lots of viving. We approve of viving.
À l'attaque!
So, here we go. The battle commences. Watching Dark Templar on the left. And looking for that first important pick. And gets parried away. And look at the way that they're literally swapping between each other. To try and get those attacks and get those picks. He's got to be so careful. Bunter Eigel. Yep, for that reason. Dark Templar's now down on the left side. Nightwing's going to come under a lot of pressure. And is having to fight back. As now the members of the Eyes are starting to close in on Enigma. And they've got to try and fight back as best they can. And they have, and they got a team kill in the middle of that. That really hurt them. That hurt them badly in that particular confrontation. But obviously this is going to be the first of many rounds. We shall have to wait and see how it turns out. I keep hearing birds. I'm just wondering if Two-Dimensional Bird is watching us. I can't believe Two-Dimensional Bird is not watching this battle. I'm disappointed in Two-Dimensional Bird. Never mind. Anyone? 0-1. We're looking at Knock in the centre. Gets a stab onto one of the enemies, and then obviously a slight stun effect from that stab. Can be very important, and they've lost Dark Templar on the right side. A quick stab and a grab by Dren took him out. And now they're going to be at a disadvantage because they just lost Knock as well. Enigma now starting to push the advantage as Blackbeard gets team kills. But it doesn't matter because they got everybody. So at the end of the day, it didn't punish them too badly, let's just say. And leave it at that. So, let's see. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Of course, Mr. Timlef. No other battles going on right now. Lots of dead people over here. As you would kind of expect. Really, you know. Away we go, 1-1. Black Sam over on the right flank. Up against Timlef. Let's watch the battle. Let's watch the line, the way it flows. And it doesn't flow for Blackbeard. He got taken out in the centre. Drennek gets taken down. Knock also gets murdered. Worsty gets taken down in return. And holy crap. Yeah, that was over pretty quickly with Enigma doing a good job of finishing off the enemy very quickly and efficiently. So. Well, precisely. There's Dren and Kennedy. Playing silly buggers as usual. Blackbeard, patient, waiting, focused. And they're off, 2-1. Probably in favour of Enigma, but not in favour of Dark Templar, who just got murdered. That was Kennedy with an opportunistic pick. And now you can see them start to move. And corral them into the corner. Hold them into that corner. And they've managed to push out, taking down Dren. And they're trying to push out as best they can. And he's trying to hold this point. And Kennedy just could not hold them back. We're just two spiking these two boys here. Nightwing. And you've got Ricky in here as well now. This should be interesting. Watching Ricky, obviously pressure to perform. And look at the way they're focusing the attention. And Ricky moving back to be with his teammate to give them the advantage of numbers. The repeated block and stab. And they're separating out into 1v1s. Ricky going in for an attempted stab there. Blocked. You can see him working closely. Oh, a nice turn and stab from Blackbeard. And now Tim Leff has got it all to do. Blackbeard and Ricky. Ricky sneaking to go around, looking to go around the side. Gets murdered. Oh, Tim Leff with a fantastic response. Stabbed Ricky right in the nuts. And now it's a 1v1 situation between Worsty and Tim Leff. It'll be interesting to see. And there we go. Worsty with a side stab onto Tim Leff. Crikey, oh blimey, what a nice shot there. Good stuff indeed. So, Black Fam, Ricky, of course, that nervous energy that is all part of Ricky. When he's not taking cannonballs to the face and all the rest of it. Or dropping large rocks on people's heads. Just that nervous energy that's... Waiting for the go. Waiting for the off. Still waiting for the off. There we go. The eyes are ready. 3-1. Was that 3-1? Yes, it was 3-1. My eyes are not deceiving me. And Dark Templars failed by Kennedy in the centre. Very quickly indeed. That's going to be a problem for Enigma now. As Tim Leff and team start to corral the enemy in. The eyes starting to push. And there we go. Dren pushed a bit too far. Got punished for it. Kennedy also finished off as well. Now the numerical advantage is not in the Eye's favour. As Enigma have killed two people there. Nock and Blackbeard. And there Mr. T and Tim Leff finished off. Wow. So... let's see. And we're underway. 4-1. Wow. The Eyes under pressure from Enigma. Black Tham diving on the inside. Working with his teammate very closely. Ricky. They are swapping between the two of them. And look at the way they're just separating out the people. And there's a team kill into Worsty. And the final murder into Mr. T. Blimey. Crikey, oh, a blimey, oh. 5-1. Kennedy trying to probe the defences. Taking a little bit of a stab. Bit of blood. And now you can see them trying to corral Enigma. Look at him being very, very sneaky and trying to block those attacks. And look, the eyes are literally separating out and moving their teammates around. Dren has now been lost on the right flank. Ricky killed him. That's going to be a danger for them on the left. And look at this. Ricky got another one. And Blackbeard, wow. Crikey. So yeah, you want a ringer, you bring in Ricky. Dear oh dear. Sorry for the pauses, but I'm just making sure everything's still working. I have to pause every now and then just to yawn because I'm old and I need my sleep. 6-1. Wow. So still all to play for, obviously. Enigma definitely have the advantage. Correction, not anymore. They've just lost Nightwing in the middle. That's going to give them a disadvantage for numbers, but they've killed Dren. Worsty and Ricky get taken down, then Black Tham. And this is going to be a situation for the Eyes to basically mop up quickly. Oh dear. Kennedy taken down by Knock. That could be a very, very punishing team kill. Now it's a 2v2 situation. And a nice opportunistic stab by Igel into Knock. And Blackbeard finished off. Wow, GG's. Obviously followed by the ritual suicide. Blimey. Oh dear. And there we go, the mass suicide. So, let's go and have a sneaky poo. Here you go, Envy and Animals. Enigma and Invictus. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Obviously, Envy, we know them of old. Up against the Animals, so they're going to be pleased to be in this position. But either way, it's going to be interesting to see. Okay then. So we're just waiting on the guys to get themselves ready. Oh dear. Not much we can really do while they get underway. They get set up. So, arena number 1 is underway. Oh, crikey. They've lost Jacob. So it's Enigma versus Invictus. There's Emboz. There's Blitzkrieg. There was Clash. Oh dear. Zero Knight taken down until the final members of Invictus got cut to pieces. Bunter Igel, what a face. And over here, we have the Animals versus Envy. There's Prince Steinman, there's Higgin, Chuckster, of course. And these boys seem in trouble. Yeah, they seem very much in trouble as the Animals, Alatriste, have got them on the back foot. And that's exactly what's happened. Even more of a back foot now. As unfortunately Higgin, as talented as he is, couldn't block a stab coming in from behind him. 1-0. Oh! Invictus, Golden Axiom taken down. Clash as well. Oh, Enigma, they're on the steamroll. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Wow. Enigma going to be happy with that. Invictus, less so. There's Giorno. There's Zenon. Slavic, of course. Schlongberg Red. Marquez. And Alatriste. And they're facing off against, of course, the man himself. Emperor Chuckster. Envy Achilles. X-Taz. There, Higgin, Jacob. And Steinman. So, this is going to be a tough battle for Animals up against a team of this quality. 2-0 in Arena 1. Wow. And these guys being very cautious for obvious reasons, but they're being corralled for that reason. Oh dear. X-Taz got team killed, but they finished off everybody. Yep, in comes the Envy Steamroller. And so it proved to be. Indeed. So Worsty, Nightwing, Black Tham, Ricky, Bounter Igil, and Dark Templar. So I think it's fair to say they're on the back foot at the moment to their opponents have won 2 rounds. Obviously, Invictus, a name we've seen several times. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. Just have to wait and see how it turns out. Same with Animals versus Envy. We're watching X-Taz now. Keeping the bayonet low. Trying to get in for that quick stab if they can. Bit of a low stab rather than a high stab. And look at him going in for that low attempt at a quick stab low if he can to get that pick. Interesting to see. Oh dear. Oh, that's not good. Envy have just lost Chuckster. And now you can see the two here working together to try and present as spiky an output as possible. But Achilles over on the far right side is trying to stay out of the way. But I have to say, you're seeing the Animals being a bit cautious. Because they know this team will punish them if they overreach. So, oh dear, Jacob taken down very quickly in the centre. This is an opportunity for the teams to split off. Envy, they've lost Prince Simon, they've lost X-Taz, they've lost Achilles, and they lost Higgin, the late Mr. Higgin. Wow. Two. So let's just do a quick refresh so we know where we are. Envy Animals, Enigma, Invictus. And then obviously the losers of these two semi-finals go on to do the bronze match. Will be entertaining to see. So, we keep an eye. It's Higglehead as Envy take on Animals. As you can see them probing the defences on the left side. Look at him getting very... I'm still standing. Getting very, very, very out of position and murdered as a result of. Okay, so what happened there? Something strange just occurred. It could be that that was not a... Doesn't look like that was a... an approved person in there. And he may have been kicked as a result. Yeah, here we go. We're on the way. Arena number 4. Animals Giorno on the right. Look him in the centre. Trying to flow. Keep that centre as closed as possible. And you've also got these guys on the left here. Alatriste and Friend. Trying to move around, but... oh dear. Schlongberg Red is taken down in the centre. That's going to be a problem for them. Now they're on the back foot. Now they're up against it. They're being closed in on by Envy. They're patient. They've got one in the centre there who's trying to look spiky. Keep their attention focused in on the centre as they attack on one side. And it looks like Higglehead got taken down. Punished for jumping in, but Higglehead managed to get that kill onto one of the enemy. And now there's an opportunity for them to go in and murder all the remainers. And that's exactly what happened. Including a team kill for good measure. So... we wait and see. Oh, dear, oh dear. Oh, stretching. So much stretching. Left of that. Okay. Right, we're underway. The Animals. 4-3 on arena number 1. Ooh. Envy up against the Animals. And it looks like they've lost a Marquez and Altriste on the left side. Schlongberg Red. Schlongberg is in trouble. Look at these guys. They're being forced into a corner. Oh, look at that. Achilles pushing the point and getting punished for it. And there in the centre. This is not looking good for the Remainers. Look at that. 2 remaining. 1 versus 2. Until Giorno couldn't hold them back. Steinman punctuating him. For the final kill. So, Let's see how Enigma are getting on. Worsty. Of course, the forever active Ricky. And Black Tham. It's pretty close between these two teams. Emboz. Emboz again. How many Embozes do they have? 4-4, see what I mean? Oh, goodness me. Black Tham taken down very quickly by an opportunistic stab coming in from Emboz. And Ricky getting killed by Emboz as well. Oh, that's not going to go well. And Worsty fighting back. Getting a kill onto Emboz in return. And now it's a 3v1 situation. But sadly, Worsty could not hold the floodwaters back. And was taken down by Invictus. I have a horrible feeling I'm going to need to repeat it soon. But if that happens, I'll just go sort of, you know, up here, briefly. So you guys can watch the battle. At least while I'm answering a call of nature, so to speak. So, trying to get a best idea of the best angle. I mean, when it's all about here, I think. Because that shows as much as possible. You don't want it too much down. I suppose I'm sort of in, sport by watching snooker. This is kind of the size, the attitude that the snooker table will be shown out on TV. Here we go. 4-5. We're watching the left side of Emboz. And Emboz taking a few hits. One more hit, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And Golden looking to try and get a stab. And they've lost Bunter Igel. And now they're going to start to move the advantage onto the enemy. And Dark Templar, down goes Nightwing. Down to Stromberg Red. And Blitzkrieg. And Ricky and Worsty. Very unfortunate for them there. What's that? Strange, the shadow, look at that. Not sure why it's in levels like that, but anyway, never mind. Weird things you notice. Number 1033. So, let us watch the weirdness and the fight that will occur. Uh-oh. There we go. 4-6. So Enigma are down 4-6. Goodness me. Oh dear, Golden taken out. Another kill there by Ricky. And more murdering occurring. Emboz also taken down Axiom and... Wow. That was a pretty dominant display there by Enigma. Taking down their enemy quite substantially. Look at that moustache. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's a fine face right there on Black Tham. So, the buxom Emboz, of course. Golden. Limbering up. Zero Knight. Blitzkrieg. And they're away. So here we are watching them as they face off against each other. The left side. The centre. Maybe for Enigma. Seems a little... Oh, now it's weak on the left as they've just lost Bunter Igel. Now they're having to rotate around. But they've got to be careful. They're trying to blob together as best they can. And they're trying to stop the rush down the left side to try and outflank them. And it's a pretty even battle right now. We're looking at 5v5. Oh, correction, not anymore it isn't. That was an Enigma kill. Team kill into Enigma. Oh dear. Poor Enigma. That team kill. And so Invictus and Enigma looks to be over. Very close. We move over and see how Envy and Animals are getting on. It's a 2v2 situation. Steinman and Jacob versus Marquez and Alatriste. Let's watch them as they circle each other. Looking for that all-important pick. And the boys staying very close to each other. And it's almost like... Oh, look at that. And Marquez moved too far and got punished. Alatriste now. Look at that. A little bit of a taunt coming in there. A teabag. Oh dear, oh dear. And there you have it. Alatriste finished off there. The fine murdering occurring coming in from Jakob and Steinman. Good stuff indeed. Let's do our refresh. Invictus will be in the finals. Be interesting to see. It will be Envy versus Enigma, Invictus, or Animals. So, Envy and Invictus, that's going to be quite a final. So, Alatriste, getting ready. Is Zenon. The Emperor has healed everyone. Oh, it looks like they're down maybe one. We'll have to wait and see. As he's definitely not enjoying it. Is this 5v5? I thought. 5v5 number 6. Why is there 6 people? Okay. At least my math. Not even going to ask. So now we're looking at... It looks like they may have lost one man. And they're in danger of being corralled. And you can see Chuckster trying to sort of form a block on the side there. And now they've lost Jacob in the centre. And they may not have enough troops to actually do the full encompassing, because then you're going to have this guy here, Extaz, cycling back and forth between the boys, trying to keep them together essentially. And they're still looking for that all-important final pick that enables them to then start pushing the advantage. And there we go, there's the pick going in. And the final members of the Animals are finished off. And there's your GG, boys and girls. So, always nice to see GGs in the games. So, oh, 6v6, number 5. Not 5v5, number 6. Yeah, okay, brain fart. Story of my life. So, there we go. Animals and Enigma as the bronze match. Envy and Invictus as the final. So, the question remains, which are they going to do first? They may do the bronze match first, or they may do the final. Do like flying through that, that's nice, isn't it? Although it does make the camera derp out just that little bit. This is why I want to get a drone, because I do love doing this kind of flying stuff. Although I do have the feeling that I need to get one that has the propellers covered, because I would keep crashing into things. Because I do love to do these kind of sweeping shots. You know, be very cool to do. I mean, this is why I like these kind of things where spectator mode is considered. Is used in games. I mean, I loved using the Battlefield 4 one. That was a good one. So, Arena 4 is going to be Enigma and the Animals. And Envy will be in the final. Over on the final area. Running in there super quick. Who was that? Oh, of course it was Chuckster. High speed Chuckster wanted to get in there first. And so you're going to have other people sitting and watching. There we go. Getting set up, getting ready. Group photograph. Or thereof. There we go. Don't they look handsome? So, their opponents, Invictus, the behemoth. It's going to be a difficult fight for them. But Envy, going to be up for it. Oh dear, some silly stuff going on. Some waiting quietly. Others less so. So if we look over here, we can see the Animals versus Enigma. There's Bunter Eye Girl, there's Nightwing, not even looking in the right direction. There's Worsty. And there's Black Tham. Up against Giorno, Zenon, Schlongberg Red, Slavic, Marquez, and Altriste. Alatriste, sorry. So they're getting set up on the final. Look at them, getting out there, getting a bit fruity. Kind of the norm. Always ready for the off. Perhaps not all everyone, but pretty much most of them. And the final is underway. Invictus versus Envy. And let's see how they... Oh, blimey, look at that. They've already split out quite significantly. And it looks like Invictus have lost Axiom already. And now Chuckster gets taken down on the right flank. And you see also Extaz also been taken down as well. Oh, this is going to be really bad for Envy. As Invictus came in with an awful lot of spiky badness. And accentuated the point by stabbing loads of people. Because why not? That's what they're here for. So. Oh dear, yawning. So many yawns. Heresy wants to play everyone. Okay. Getting ready. Final go. So, MV, you got Steinman on the left. Extaz in the middle. Steinman, not anymore. Invictus. Golden is now taken down. Look at them jumping in all over the place here. Mixing it up right in the center. This is going to be dangerous. Oh, goodness me. Chucks are taken down. Narrow finished off. Invictus on the back foot, but they managed to get a pick out of it. And another pick out of it. Oh, it's a 2v1 situation. Look at this. Caught in the corner. Oh, wow. Axiom. Taken down by Drake right at the end. That was a close one for Drake. Look at him. Bloodied, but not bowed. Good stuff indeed. Yeah, there's always one. Oh, this time it's Jacob. Well, these guys are getting aggressive. Envy. Now the question is whether Invictus will punish them. Oh heavens, Achilles have lost Envy. Or they've been lost out of Envy there. Now we can see a quick kill into Jacob, another quick return into Axiom. The numbers, are getting lower. Chuckster finished off on the right flank. Now they're in danger of being completely surrounded. This is a dangerous situation for them. And somehow you saw there, Invictus getting out of the way of it. As now the numbers are looking relatively equal. They're even less equal now. And a couple of team kills in there. Just for added murder. So another win on the board there for Invictus. Good stuff indeed. Obviously that's the third place final which is underway between Animals and Enigma. Indeed. So you can see the kill feed there. There's all the, yeah, see, all the various revives, all that kind of stuff. All the murdering that's going on. We, however, are focused on the final. No doubt much to Ricky's disappointment. All the boys. Additional people watching as the final is continuing here. And look at this over here on the right hand side. Envy getting very fruity. Starting to try and push that advance on Chuckster. Look at the way these guys are diving inside each other to try and get the stab on the opponent. Look at that. And it looks like Envy have lost Steinman at the same time as Invictus have lost Snuck and also Emboz. Oh, goodness me. A team kill into Jacob. Or Jacob. And wow. Envy with a kill there. Very good stuff. Steinman swearing he lagged. Let's have a look at his ping, shall we? He's got a 33 ping. Think about that. 33 milliseconds between your computer to the server and back. Just put that 33 milliseconds. Put that into your head and just think about how long that time period is. Not a lot of time. The joys of networking. Anyway. Let's watch here as the right flank has proved to be the spikiest so far. As it looks like Golden got taken down at the same time as Chuckster got team killed. Oh God. That's not good. And so it's proven to be, as the remaining member of Invictus got taken out. So, Jacob and Extaz and Achilles. Fine beard, sir. And of course, Emperor Chuckster. Not really much you can say about that intense face right there. The final is underway again. Next round, let's watch the right flank. As it looks like they've lost Axiom already from Invictus, giving these fellows an advantage, and they start to push in and separate out the enemy, and that's paid, giving them a problem now. Oh god, what's going on? Now the members of Narrow Invictus trying to change the numbers advantage, and that's what they're doing. Envy, Steinman and Extaz are the only ones left. They gotta be careful. They're looking for a pick. It is exactly what they got, and they jumped on that a chance. As Steinman got stabbed, they immediately jumped on the situation and took out Extaz as well. Narrow with the first kill there, very important. Turned it around for them there in the last few moments of the round. As he pauses to stretch. Stretch complete. Right. So then, let's see how things go. The boy's getting set up again. Whoops, no, that's A4, not you guys. Naughty. See, these guys just... they're raring to go. There we go. Look at that. A kill into Extaz already. And now you can see them all being separated out into their various parts. They've lost Diamond, they've lost Achilles as well. Drake and Emperor Chuckster. Invictus are going to be happy with that result. That was not really quite a steamroll, just sort of like a mild crushing. So, let's see. Oh dear. Another member of Envy. The final again underway. And let's see. Oh, MB Achilles taken down. A fine stab by Narrow. Immediately they have to start pulling back, and this is the problem they're going to have. Drake manages to get back inside, but killed as he tries to go back onto the right flank. Now you can see 5 versus 4. And look at them as they're trying to probe those defenses. And look at that stab attempt on the left side, and there we go, there's a pick coming in that changes the numbers, but over on the right side, pressure is being brought to bear at the same time. Now as we follow them round, going in for a stab on the left side, now starting to rotate back, they're trying to blob together as much as they can. They do not want to get separated. That's exactly the situation they don't want. All they've got to get is an advantageous kill on one side. And there we go, that could be it. with a kill into narrow coming from Chuckster. Now you can see they've broken off into a 2v2, a 3v2, and now it's a 2v2 situation with Chuckster being finished off. So now we're watching Steinman and Jacob up against Mboz and Clash. Look at this, they're breaking off into individual 1v1s, then returning back to their teammate because the obvious advantage of the teammate. Double stab at the same time, one person blocks the other person, does the stab, and look at that! Oh wow, what a moment there. As now Jacob is fighting for his survival, and he's got to be very careful because one guy's going to be blocking him, the other guy's going to be going in for the stab, and he's going back as far as he can, and he's going to be literally walked into a corner. And he's trying to avoid it, and there we go. A jump by Clash. In for the stab. And that was always going to be the problem for poor Jacob. Rough situation. This is the problem you always have, 2v1. One person's going to be there to block or parry. The other person's going to be there to stab. You can't block them both at the same time. So this is why you see them break everybody off into 1v1s. And then if possible 2v1s or multiples like that. And it just means that that makes a better situation for your team because you stand more chance of killing the enemy. And immediately, as soon as you get a kill, immediately changes the dynamic of the team and basically breaks their momentum, especially if you kill an extremely talented player. Which, let's face it, at the finals levels, every single one of them is. So we're just waiting to see. And there we go. There's Ekstaz killed in the centre by Clash. And there we go. We got another kill into Mboz as well. At the same time in return. So now it's literally we're looking at 5 versus 5, a kill apiece. And look at them over on the left. They're trying to separate them out. And you see this poor fella here, Clash, trying to keep the blob together. He's trying to keep the Invictus blob together. And they've lost another man over on the right side. That was Axiom. And now, there we go. A little bit of a stab. Wasn't able to push the advantage. Now it's a 5v3 situation. You can see them slowly closing. Jumping in. And one of them got punished. That was Jacob. Jumped in for a quick kill. Got punished as a result. This is why they've got to be so careful. They go in for a charge. And it could turn out. Oh, there we go. There's the final moment. And look at that. Oh, goodness me. I thought they were going to turn it around for a second. That was so very close. Wow. Close stuff right there. Close stuff. See what I mean about getting caught in the corner here? You want to try and avoid it if you possibly can. Then the disadvantage is on your side. The disadvantage is yours and... Oh dear. What is going on? So... Are indeed. So we're just waiting for the off. The boys getting ready, getting warmed up. The final next round is underway. And just look at the... Oh crikey, Axiom killed again on the left side. Oh, he's going to be pissed. And look at the sort of the distribution of the bodies. The left flank seems to fold slightly more often. And Golden taken down on the left side now. The enveloping going on and a nice kill into Achilles by Mboz. Mboz then punished as a result of that. Chuckster with a team kill. Oh, goodness me. And Drake with a kill. Or a team kill just for added fun and games. So there's Jacob, ready for the off. I honestly thought he was wearing a engineer's apron for a second there. Would have been slightly silly. So, there's Clash, obviously, all that impatient energy. And away we go. Keeping an eye on them, making sure that everything is working. Checking the sounds, all that kind of stuff. Oh, goodness. MV Achilles again. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Theatre team kill by what the hell? And there's the GG being going on. There's Axiom. MV Prince Steinman. And Drake trying to get his way out of there and getting killed. Crikey, oh blimey, look at this. Emboz. And now it's a 3v3 situation. And you can see them trying to be spiky on the left side, diving on the inside, getting stabbed as a result of it. Now, look at that, they lose 1 man apiece, now it's a 2v1. And Invictus managed to take it out there. Not sure what's going on there. So, MV move out. What's going on over here? Of course. Finals underway with the next round. Keeping an eye on things. And there on the left side, Emboz. Now you can see the line starting to crumple slightly. And in danger of being completely enveloped. Clash is taken down. Invictus are in trouble. Envy showing zero sympathy. Going in for the kill in a massive way. And steamrolling their opponents. No idea what they're doing. Blimey, some of these people are over the line very quickly indeed. Look at this, how quickly they're being enveloped. Left side, MV being taken down, Chuckster and Extaz. As Clash also is failed. And look at them doing the 2v1 on the right side. Oh, heavens above with a team kill into Jacob. Oh, wow. And Drake finally finished off by the remaining members of Invictus. And the final is underway. Can see over on the right side. Still being very spiky. No picks yet. Correction. Bit of a stab going in. And down goes Drake. Extaz, sorry, taken down by Narrow. This is going to be a problem. And then a kill into Chuckster on the left side. Invictus now going to start trying to push that advantage. The remaining members of Envy are falling fast. And it's not looking good. Jacob couldn't hold them off. So here we go with the next round. Let's watch Chuckster on this right flank to see how things go for Envy. Keeping an eye on things. And look at how it's going on the left side. It's getting very fruity over there. And a kill into Golden from Achilles. That's going to turn it around. Immediately they start moving in. As you've got over here, Clash trying to salvage the situation. But sadly was not to be. The remaining members of Invictus get finished off very quickly. Okay, so we're just waiting for the off for the next one. As you can see now, the line, the floating between the sensors is where the problem lies. It's where the issues can occur. To wait and see what happens. We're moving over to the right side, keeping an eye on the right side. At the same time, we're trying to stay on the flow of these guys. Oh, down goes Axiom. And on the left as well, they've lost Clash at the same time as Envy. They lose 2 as well. And now it's a 4v4. Oh, crikey. Chuckster taken down by Embos with a fine stab. 4v3 in favour of Invictus. Now they're trying to rotate around. Jacob getting fruity. And there we go. A kill to turn it up to 3v3. Golden murdered in the centre. And a nice stab coming out from Jacob, I think it was, into one of the enemy. Going to give him a slight advantage when it comes to the slightest contact from a bayonet. And you can see these guys literally jumping around the cest, jumping around the place, trying to get that all-important pick in. And Jacob really is pushing. And there we go. That was that little slice he was looking for. Now it's a 3v2 situation. They have the advantage with Jacob sneaking up round the side here. Trying to do as much damage, trying to get him on the back foot as quickly as possible. Now they're jumping, and look at the way they swap position. almost immediately. And there we go. There goes Emboz. And there goes Narrow. Wow. Eight. Hey. Oh boy, another one. Woohoo! So, all to play for. Who's having a seizure over here? Yeah, I thought so. Oh dear. There's Fietta waiting as a sub, if needed. It's always good sometimes to change the lineup, you know, keep it fresh. Sometimes somebody's having a bad day, you want to pull them out. If they're not really performing as you want them to. You know, not everybody has a good day. Oh goodness. Clash taken down, Jacob also taken down. So the numbers are equal. It's 5v5. And now, you can see as they're keeping an eye on everything. Oh, Golden taken out. Now they're going to start to push Invictus back even further. Emboz, Narrow, Axiom, and Snick are the ones remaining. And they're trying to stay out of trouble. They're trying to stay as pokey as possible. Because that all-important pick is going to come. And if they can literally block it, parry it, and then get the attack back, they could get a stun, possibly. Be advantageous for them. And look at that, an attack with a stun. Coming in. And look at them being very careful. Because they know, team of this quality, they overreach, they're going to get punished. And that could immediately change. Oh, there we go. A jump in by Steinman. And then Chuckster on the other side taking down Emboz. And the final members of Invictus are finished off by MV. Wow. Oh, boy. Past my bedtime, damn it. Well, I couldn't agree more. Sorry about that, distracted by something else. And so now you can see Chuckster killed a couple of members of Invictus. Oh wow, look at that. That was a steamroll there. Blimey, look at that. That was a real steamroll right there at the last moment. God damn it. Piss me off when people keep texting me. And look at that. MV are the winners. By the looks of it. So they're going to get into position. And they're going to try and get a photo. So, yeah, they're having trouble getting up, as you can see. God damn bloody phone. Pisses me off. So, here we go. Here are your winners. Actually in the light this time. Fantastic stuff. So, what can I say? Congratulations to Envy for their win. Hard fought.
Don't shoot me!
There's always one. There's always one. Oh dear. Oh. Anyway, I thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Apologies for the final round. Bloody phone. And we shall see you again for more. Take care, everyone.